Alright, g'day, hi, welcome. Okay, I'm gonna put my guitar down because I keep playing instead of making videos. I'm resetting up the room, so I got rid of the big bed the camera's where the big bed was. So I got foot room. Look at that. I move my toes rather than the bed being out here. It was like a king size bed, right? And, between the drum kit, the drum kit's like 6 feet from the wall, 7 feet from the wall. The room's only 11 by 11, so I'm going to move a bunch of things around. I could get sound treatment in here somehow. I could make probably a pretty good recording room in this room. The problem is that's only half the battle. The biggest battle for recording, for me anyway, is getting nobody around so I can do it, so I can make the noise, especially with the drum kit, right? The guitars are easy to record because I can record them internally into my BR1200. But if I want to record the amps, nobody can be in the house. You know what I mean? Because if there is, it just, you just can't make that noise with other people around. They'll kill you. Playing around with some new tunings, Mark Holcomb tuning is Wax Wings tuning. So I'm learning that song, and I'm going to try to do an acoustic version of it. And I've got my other acoustic there in it, but I'm not going to pick it up because if I do, I'm going to just keep playing instead of talking about initial videos and stuff like that. So I have everything in here except mine is a bass amp. It's about the only thing I'm missing, and I got a P8, but a very crappy one. So I'd like to sell it. It's just it can't keep up to the drums or nothing like that. So. I could almost have a band in here, to practice and stuff like that. But again, it's there can be nobody in the house when I'm doing that because of the noise factor, right? And the time of the day, stuff like that. So, for me, I think I'm going to focus my attention on. I've got 2 guitars left to pay off, my 2 Mark Holcomb guitars. I do want a good Floyd Rose or Edge tremolo, depending on what brand I go with. Guitar for the whiz bangs. Like I've got that little Jackson E there, which the JS32, but it only has a Floyd Special on it, and I can kind of manipulate it with some tape and stuff to stiffen up the arm, but it still doesn't have the flutter the way. Like if you're going to get a whammy bar, you have to get a good one. There's cheap ones are not worth the money whatsoever. It's either it works perfectly and is finessed, or don't waste your money because you'll never be happy with it, right? Like if you're just going wah, 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 no problem. But if you want to do like the Steve Vai stuff or like the really, fluttery kind of things, you need like a Floyd 1000 and up, or an Edge tremolo. Ibanez, I think, builds the best tremolo systems out there, just because the Edge tremolo, the Edge 2, I haven't tried. I think it's closer to a Floyd. But there's a lot of things really nice about the Edge tremolos. The Shalers, I've only ever used a Shaler once. And it was neat, but it wasn't. They're not common, and they're huge. It's a big plate of metal for sure. I am more of a fixed bridge guy, but when I want to use the wiggly stick and do whammy bar gymnastics, I just need it to work, right? But so I'm working in different tunings. I'm ahead of my schedule. For my finances, but not ahead enough that I can make a journey to the studio. I still got to fix the back brakes on my car. Got the front brakes finally done. Oh, I can't wait to show you guys those brake pads. Oh my god. How's this man still alive? How? I have no clue. That was beyond metal on metal. That was beyond metal on metal. And that was pretty, Anyway. But once I do, and I'm more aiming for the end of the summer for the studio, but the problem with that is I want to do all my video shooting now, and I only have my 2 crappy GoPros. They were good cameras when they're new, but my GoPro 5, when did the GoPro 5 come out? I got it, I think, the same year it came out, so that's why like a lot of people complain about my, the mics on my GoPro 5 are kind of shot, and my GoPro 7's a little bit better. But you can't really get cinematic with it, but you can do dinky little videos. But I want to do some good videos. I'm even thinking of hiring a videographer, somebody who, okay, I can't afford I can't afford the $18,000 camera, but I can afford the the $20 or $40 an hour the guy is going to charge me to film maybe for like 2 hours. But I want to give you guys some fun videos. When I do the plague doctor video, that one I want costumes and everything, and I gotta find my plague victims. That's gonna be fun. Put some makeup on and poke them with a stick kind of thing. The song, it's not finished yet. I haven't put too much effort into the song, but I got the main riffs down and stuff like that. And, I shouldn't pick up a guitar because I'll just keep playing. But I try to play my guitars every day. Where's my pick? My pick ran away on me. But I'm just going to give you I really have no idea where my pick went. But anyway, let's grab this 7th string guitar. Well, the proper pick, so I'm going to I have to use something. Okay, I'll use my acoustic guitar picks. It's going to sound a little funny, but so you guys can hear. Without all that slap, it's so that's the main opening riff and stuff like that. But I want to record it. Like, I made a video why you shouldn't start your own recording studio and stuff like that. And of course, it was like a hyperbolic kind of title. What I was really getting at was, if you get into it, okay, like think about the what you're looking at here. Okay, you're looking at a pile of investment. I can't give you a number, but you can do the math yourself. Even though that's everything in here was bought new, except for one guitar that was a 61 reissue. Every other thing in guitar in here was bought new. Now the violins are a couple hundred years old, so they're actually used. But the thing is that if I had, like, say, just the one guitar, maybe the 7th string or the Jackson or the Holcomb guitar, or just the SGs, and the drum kit and the bass amp and everything like that, and my recording studio, which I have behind me as well, I can get so much out of this room. I can get so much out of the SM57, the SM58 mic. I can only get so much out of it, right? So the thing is that when people say, "Oh no, you can record on a budget. It only costs a couple of $100," and you really don't realize, like, yes, it sounds good because you're doing something and you think it sounds good, but at the end of the day, when you really listen to it, it really, the money you're going to spend to get half-assed. It's kind of one of those things. If you don't have 20 grand to really get yourself going good, and I'm not saying you have to spend 20 grand, but I'm saying if you want a professional studio sound, you're gonna have to have your mic's going to be $600, right? Like you're gonna have like a Shure, the legendary 7 or whatever, Model 8 or 7 or whatever, B7 or whatever it is. There, everybody uses them. You need something like that, okay? But then you need the room treatment. Well, how much is the room treatment going to cost you, etc., etc. So, throw blankets on the walls. It's cheap, but it'll do a job to a degree. But you're always going to come up with the limitations. And the problem with that is, by the money you spend, there's still, even if you have $100 grand, you can just buy it, build yourself, buy all the state-of-the-art stuff to build your own studio and record it. You still need the years of know-how, and that's what you're paid for at the studio, is somebody who can, get your drum kit to sound good right away. And not only that, before you even show up, say, hey, okay, this is what we want from your drum kit if you want to make things go, well, do this, this, and this. A guitar, like the simple things like changing your strings on your guitars. Like when I recorded that, I don't. But if I was going to a studio, if I'm going to spend the money on the studio, I'm going to budget for the studio. I'm going to budget probably a couple of pairs of sticks. Might even have some new skins on the drums. Definitely going to tune the drums. Maybe it's just easier for me to use their drum kit to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, it'll take an hour to set this up and blah, 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 and it's this much more. Okay, I really want to record this drum kit. You know what I mean? I want to use all my own instruments, but there's logistics too, right? So I can use this as my practice, and that is, it's too good of a drum kit not to be heard. You know what I mean? So focusing on playing and writing the song and knowing the song and every part of the song, knowing the bass line as well as you know the guitar line, knowing the vocals, so that you don't even hesitate to sing them. Then you go to the studio.